Shotgun with Charlie.
Riding shotgun refers to the practice of sitting next to the driver in a moving vehicle. The term riding shotgun came around after the time of the stagecoach, when somebody used to sit next to the driver holding a shotgun, in case they ran into bandits. My name is Charlie Cook, and I drive a lot. I like to talk to people while I'm driving, so I interview people in my car while I'm driving. Welcome to Riding Shotgun with Charlie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie. Today, we are in Hartford, Connecticut, and we have Gabby Cannons in the car, and she is an instructor in Connecticut. She is also with a Girl and a Gun, and I've got to have, oh, look at this. We're going to zoom in on that.
Always be repping.
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. I had Robyn in the show, and Stephanie Schaefer, and Ronnie.
Yes.
From Jersey.
Yep. I love Ronnie.
So they've been in the show too.
I mean, I love all those people.
They're all cool.
And were they all repping Girl and a Gun? They better be.
They were. They were. Anyway, before we start the show, we are going to apply some Lead Slingers hand sanitizer so we can shake our hands. It is super watery.
Oh, it's juicy.
It is juicy. And we are going to go someplace in Hartford, Connecticut that I've heard about. I guess I probably knew about or should have known about, but I've never been to. So we're going to go there. We're going to get a selfie there.
Yes.
I want to thank you guys for watching the show and sharing the show, and I'll do that at the end as well. But let's go.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's do it.
You're going the wrong way already.
This is not going to be good. It's good.
Make sure you.
So I am going the right way because there are people in our way. Look at this. One guy's got a mask. Right. If she pulls her pants up higher, that'll be great. She can't make them any tighter.
Right up over her nose to be
right up over her nose. There we go. All right. Let's talk about you. You're a gun instructor.
I am a gun instructor.
How did you get into gun stuff?
So, you know.
No, I don't. That's why.
The old story of I had a boyfriend back in the day.
Back in your ute?
Back in my ute. He bought me the world's tiniest little pistol. It was a Beretta, like, Jetfire.
Oh,
it was called a 25. It's like this big.
Right.
He bought it for me for my 21st birthday. And I was like,
romantic.
Cool. It was, you know, it really was.
That is cool.
I was like, because he knew I was like a, you know.
Tough chick?
Yeah. You know, I got the truck and the car and the.
Right.
He's like, this will go right with that. So, so he bought me a tiny little gun, and we used to go to the range all the time. And I was like, well, this is fun. You know, I didn't take it too seriously. Whatever, it is what it is. And then, you know, I was no years old, so that relationship ended.
Right.
And,
you had to use that gun against him. Just kidding.
No, of course not. That gun's never been used in battle.
In arguments, but not in battle.
And then, you know, along came the next long-term boyfriend who actually was, he worked for a security company, and he was in charge of certifying new employees for their blue card, which is, you know, what you need to be an armed security person. Okay. So we were at the range, like, he was doing that 2 times a week. So between that, we were at the range all the dang time. And I was like, well, you know, if we're going to be here, like, I'm going to shoot, because, like, what am I going to do? Just, like, stand and watch you shoot? That's lame.
Go, honey. Nice
so I would just go and I would shoot while he was doing his thing, and I was lucky enough to have a couple of friends at the range that were help me get some good basics down. I'm lucky enough to not have to have too many, you know, bad habits to break. They helped me out a lot. And then that relationship ended, and I was like, well, this is lame. Now I have no one to go to the range with.
I always tell women, when I talk to single women, I'm like, look, you want to meet decent guys? Get yourself a gun license, buy a gun, join a shooting range. Every guy you meet at the range has passed 2 background checks. That is my dating advice. That legit.
That is amazing.
That's my dating advice. He can still be a jerk.
It's also
but he's not a criminal.
Pretty solid, because the proportions alone, like the male male-female ratio at ranges usually. It's better now,
Right.
but I mean the odds are in our favor.
They are.
So yes,
There's 2 calibers for every girl.
and I wasn't like I'm like outgoing once I get to know somebody, but I'm not like super outgoing to begin with. I'm a little shy to start, so I was like literally would make my mom go to, I was like, Mom, we're going to the range.
Oh my gosh.
So my mom was like, cool, whatever. She was into it, you know.
That's cool.
She had fun. And then I saw a flyer for Girl A Gun, and I was like, yes, all day. Let me do this. This sounds like exactly what I need. Like, it's not intimidating because it's not a bunch of dudes being like,
was the flyer at the range? Was it at a gun store?
It was at a range/gun store. It was both.
Okay. Very cool.
Yep. So the facilitator at that time, I messaged her and I asked her when the next event was. I actually put it in my calendar wrong. So it was for a breakfast and bullets, and I think it was supposed to start at like 8 or 9 a.m. And it was like a solid probably 40 minutes from my house. And I woke up, I got all ready, and I got to the range. I'm sitting in the parking lot. I'm like, there's no one freaking here.
Right.
And then I'm like looking at my calendar. I'm like, it's because it's tomorrow, not today.
Oopsies. I mean, women are late, but I mean, really, you're early.
I'm always early. It drives me
not
wrong.
today.
I pulled into that lot at 1:59.
Okay.
On the nose. So I was 1 minute early.
All right, that counts.
Yeah, so then I went back the next day when the event actually happened. And the facilitator was super nice, and all the girls were super nice, and it was just really fun to be like in an environment that was not a bunch of dudes being like, let me show you how this thing works.
Right.
You don't know what you're doing. Let me help you. Yeah. So,
it's only mildly crazy.
it's, I mean, it's just like a little bit like, I'd rather you did it, So then, it obviously was like, let's do this again. Let's do it all the time.
Yeah.
When's the next event? And I slowly, the facilitator at the time, she was, her husband was like looking for a new job, so her life was a little bit all over the place, and I have this like desperate need to always be helping people.
Okay. Speaking of helping, what's the next exit we're taking?
Oh, 5.
Okay. Oh, look, it's a half
did you
mile
want
away.
some directions? Did you want to
help me with some directions, girl?
I can't multitask.
I asked you.
No, I can't.
Right.
I do multitask.
That's okay. You hold that up and I'll look.
You need a mount. See, you have all these mounts and not one for a friggin' phone.
I put my phone here, so this is why I don't have my phone up, because this will block the camera.
That's
Otherwise, that is
unfortunate.
Yeah. All right. So. Exit 5.
So I was helping, and like, oh, what can I do to help? Want me to get there early, whatever. And then soon enough, she was like, I can't come to this event. Can you like run this event? I was like, sure, no problem. And I was doing that for like 2 years before I was like, hey, are you gonna be like running these anymore?
Hey, remember me? Remember this thing you had going on?
She mentioned a few times, like, do you just want to take over the chapter? And I was like, no, I really don't. We're driving in a full circle because we missed it.
You're supposed to be doing directions, girl.
This is the story of my life.
I know, right?
Even with the navigation, messing it up.
I swear, I looked at the directions and said, take road 2.
So then we could just blame you then.
Yes, we will. I'll take the hint.
Yeah, so now you're going to want to get off 2W.
2W.
Which is over there, evidently.
Great.
She asked a few times, like, oh, do you want to take it over? And I was like, not really, because I have like 0 minutes of free time.
What's your regular job?
My real job, my grown-up job, is that I am a programmer/data processor for a market research company.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been with them for like 17 years or something disturbing like that. And it can be a long hours sometimes. It's not like 9 to 5. It's 9 until you're done, or 8 until you're done, or 7 until you're done.
It's just kind of a mark.
So, yeah, I didn't have a lot of free time, and plus that I was, you know, taking some dance classes at the time, and then I started teaching some dance classes a few nights a week. So I really didn't have a lot of free times, and then weekends, you know, I was preparing for competitions for bands. So I really had no minutes. But then eventually she was like, I can't do this anymore. Either you take over the chapter or there is no chapter.
Oh, wow. That's not good.
And I was like, well, that's devastating. And I would, not only would I be crushed, but like my heart hurts for people that would never have this opportunity. So like, fine, I'll do it.
How many women would be coming to this?
I mean, that's the crazy part, is it ever fluctuating. Sometimes 5 girls would show up, sometimes 20 girls would show up.
Wow.
You know, you literally never know.
Girls can't make reservations? They can't make plans?
See, the thing is, people are kind of flaky.
Kind of?
I don't know if you know this about humans.
I have noticed this.
But they can be a bit flaky.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get people, you put a little RSVP up, and you get people that show up that didn't RSVP, and people that didn't show up that did RSVP. So, you know, you never really know.
Right.
You just gotta, like, hope for the best, prepare for the worst type of situation. So I took it over, and I was kind of just, for a little while, just trying to keep the chapter almost like on life support. Like, I'll do this until someone who has time can, like, give it the dedication and love that it really, truly deserves. And then, LOL, I just wound up just doing it forever.
All right, hold on a second. Diana Muller, this is for you. Hey, man, all I got's a Gatorade.
Thank you.
Hang in there, brother.
Good people.
So the story was, I was interviewing Diana Muller in Washington, D.C.
her.
She is awesome. And I had
She
some
is
water,
queen.
since it was summertime, I had a bottled water. Jeez, I'm a little ecstasy.
I had water in container.
Right. And she, we saw a homeless guy, and she's like, where's your water? And I said, it's right here. She's like, give it to him. I'm like, okay. So then I did that in Nashville with somebody as well.
Oh, that's nice.
And I
like it. Now it's like a thing.
Yeah. So it's a little shout out to Diana Muller, and if I've got something, I will. I'll give it to her.
She's doing good work. Apparently on all fronts.
Yes.
DC project and homelessness.
And well, that's what she does.
Good for her.
Anyway, so you're in the midst of taking over.
Yeah. So I decided, okay, fine. I'll just like take it over for real. This is what it is now.
How long have you been doing it? Has it been?
I think it's been like unofficially and officially combined. I think I'm probably up to like 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
You know, officially.
And you did a couple years before that?
I was just a member before that.
Right. So you were still going to this, and then.
Yeah, and then it was.
Then after a couple years of
things
this other
really escalated quickly.
Things escalated quickly. Okay.
And then, you know, I was like down this little facilitator path, and in order to be a facilitator, there are, you know, Girl A Gun has pretty high standards for who they let be a facilitator, luckily. So they, you know, I had to meet a bunch of criteria. I had to go get my NRA basic pistol instructor certification.
Basic pistol, yep.
I had to do a Stop the Bleed program.
Oh, cool.
I had to do a bunch of their courses that they design, you know, communicator courses, stuff like that. And I did all that, and then I was stamp official facilitator.
So
this is historic.
It's an historic part. Over there, we can't see it here, but over there is where we're going. The blue building that looks like a Russian thing. That's where we were going to get to. Yeah. Is where we're going. So Holly was telling me that's like Sam Colt's office, but it's not in the direction that this is taking us.
Yeah, we got to go in a little bit of a circle. We got to go around this little park situation.
Okay. All right.
Slash mildly
we're not turning
dilapidated area.
It's a good thing you're packing heat.
No, this is why.
Right.
You know, my mama taught me, getting in a car with a guy you don't really know. You should probably be prepared.
So yeah, I am the stranger danger your parents warned you about.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He took all my guns and put them in the trunk. Send help. No, I'm kidding.
It's our secret.
Yeah. So
you've been doing it for
a hot minute.
It's been a minute. Very cool.
And then
Do you, as an instructor and as a Girl and a Gun girl, do you teach any of the classes at the conferences?
No.
No.
I do not.
Okay.
I leave that up to the real experts.
Real experts.
I like to learn from those people.
Very cool.
Because I am a big fan of being a student myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about starving for information. I love like new information. I love trying new things. I love learning when it comes to guns. I love learning.
Yeah.
So yeah, conferences like my gun camp, as I call it.
Gun camp, absolutely.
It's my favorite time of year. I was pretty devastated this year when it was canceled.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. All right, so this.
Oh yeah, see now it's looking like, look how pretty that is. What?
Right.
I want to live there.
That
Looks like you have
is
neighbors.
Colt Park. We're gonna turn into Colt Park.
Oh my God, there's a whole park. Who knew?
Oh, and it's blocked off.
Is that him, Mr. Colt, in the statue?
Well, not. It's him, and probably it's him. A statue of him. Uno momento. All right, you can turn that off. Let's go get a selfie.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take one with my phone, obviously. You think I'd come this way and I'll take my selfie? I'm kind of a selfie queen.
All right, so the selfie you just saw is the one that Gabby took, which is better than mine. She said she's a professional selfier.
You don't have the right of way.
I'm from Massachusetts. This guy's from New York. I have the right of way.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, of course, because he's... Well, I don't have my blinker on.
Oh, well.
All right. The next stop was the blue building.
Yes. Not
which
this
is also owned
but
by
the
Colt.
light. Right at the light.
Right at the light. All right. So, what other certifications you have? This
Okay, so yes.
one. So
I
you had to
have
become a
NRA basic pistol.
basic pistol.
I have Stop the Bleed.
Stop the bleed.
I have, you know, like the resuscitating people. CPR. I didn't have enough coffee today. I have the Girl A Gun certification. And I have recently, through Girl A Gun, have the 6-hour pistol instructor certification.
Ooh.
Which is pretty amazing. Pretty
Very
excited
cool.
about that one, especially
Did you go up there?
I did. Yeah, so Girl
When
A Gun.
did you go up in
October.
October.
Yeah, so they did 2 sessions. I went up for the October one.
Gotcha.
Which was great, except I broke my left hand in September, at the end of September.
So everything was one-handed reloading?
So yeah, I did a lot of one-handed training
That's
for
cool.
3 days. My right arm is pretty sufficient now. It's
Nice.
pretty great. Yeah, so I allowed myself, my treat was, you know, buying a new gun if I passed, so I just bought the SIG P320, and I was like, oh, I just bought a house and I can't really afford this, but whatever.
But hey, listen, you made it through the class with one hand. Now you have 2 that you can use one for each hand.
That's right, see?
Very cool.
It's just practical, really. You have to go that way on the diagonal.
All right.
Yeah, so that was very recent.
That is a nice little treat. I did a class. I've been working with one of my buddies through the SIG handgun 101 to 104, and I'm bringing a Glock.
I mean, you know, it's okay.
They still let me pass the class.
Yeah, they're very supportive there of other guns.
They are.
I just happen, you know, it's just unfortunate for me that these hands have such expensive taste.
The hands have
the wallet
taste.
can't really support.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, there's no way to get in there.
No, we go up
We're gonna go up there.
here. Yeah, like.
Oh my God, we're gonna get our picture in front of the van.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
The Colt Gateway. This is a whole museum. We should do a.
Oh my God, museum tour.
I know. We should do a museum tour. Oof.
I feel like I'm really learning about Connecticut. Oh my God, it's got Christmas decorations.
I know.
Delightful.
All right, we're gonna take a left here, but you were gonna get a picture of that and you're gonna send it to me.
Okay, can I get it out the window though?
We're gonna. Uno momento. So for those people who just listen to the show, and I think you know who I'm talking about, my buddies in Jersey, for anyone that listens to the podcast, because I got to tell you, the podcast downloads have been growing, and I love it. But for the folks that do listen to the show is an audio as well as a video, and you can see the selfies of us in front of the
historic Colt building.
The historic Colt building. And at the Colt Park in Hartford. We got the wave, thank you. The Colt Park. So you guys should check that out in the video version on
Oh, look, there's a
YouTube?
picture of the building on the back of the van.
Oh my gosh, when did we get that?
I don't know, we blew it.
We're done.
It's too late.
You can watch the show on YouTube, you can watch it on Gunstreamer, and you can watch it on the OpsLens app as well. So, there's no such thing as a shameless self-plug, but if you're listening to the show, you should watch it as well.
Yes.
All right, let's get back to you being an instructor. You got your basic
SIG.
pistol.
Yeah.
Oh, you got your SIG certification, yes.
Yeah, that was the last.
So you can teach the SIG classes?
No, it's just their level of pistol instructor. Like, you've been here and you're good enough at it now that we'll label you SIG pistol instructor.
Is this where we turned?
I mean, I don't know. You want me to pull up a map?
Nah.
I don't really know where I am.
That's all right. Sometimes you better get some heat.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, we turned on this road. I had a buddy of mine. He became a master instructor and took like the rifle, shotgun, and pistol instructor at SIG.
That's wild. I love it there so much. New Hampshire is probably my favorite place on the planet.
Live for your die, baby.
Besides like Alaska. And yeah, it's the best. I was supposed to go back this year. I was supposed to go on my honeymoon.
Yeah.
But you know.
You're gonna bring your husband
COVID.
too, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna bring him this time. Last
honeymoon you didn't bring your husband, but this one you're gonna bring him.
I figured. I thought that's what you're supposed to do. I read a story, heard a rumor.
Cool.
Yeah. So, but that got canceled because of the Rona. So no Alaska. But yeah, New Hampshire is like my favorite place ever, and it's close enough to be not a problem to get to. I wish I could just go to 100 classes at SIG because they're so great.
They are really cool. They are cool. I've taken the Handgun 101 and 102, and this spring I'm taking the modern sporting rifle class as well as the Handgun 103 class.
Yeah, I really want my husband to take a pistol class there because my husband's a rifle shooter.
He is.
Rifle all day long.
Wait a second. You know, you told me a little bit of how you met him, which we have to cover. So how does a gun girl meet her gun husband?
Shooting guns out of helicopters. How else?
I know, right? Could I be any more envious?
Yeah. So I was in Texas.
Yeah.
For a Girl A Gun conference, and they were like, "Hey, you can sign up for this bonus session where you shoot a rifle and AR out of a helicopter." And I was like, "Yes, all day."
Oh,
it's like Connecticut opposite, right?
Right, the anti-Connecticut. All right, speaking of anti-Connecticut, we have to find a way to get back to Cabela's.
I'm assuming the highway?
I'm going to say 91 South is not going to do it. And that place is not going to let us go there. So
we'll just drive around this area for a minute.
Right.
Yeah, so I was down there and I was like, yes, I'll sign up for that. No problem. Seems like a great time.
Yeah.
It was a phenomenal time, by the way. But actually the first year I did it, my husband wasn't there. But I became very good friends with the person who was running it at Heligunner. And that poor guy hasn't been able to get rid of me since. I was like, we're friends now because you have access to guns and helicopters. Let's be best friends.
Yeah. These are the people you want to be friends with.
So the next year at conference, I was like, please tell me that's a thing again. And it was. And then I think it was one more year. And then at Heligunner, I met my husband there, and he was all quiet and shy, and we didn't really talk. We were like, we hung out. I was helping because by that point, Jeremy was like, well, if you want to hang out, you actually have to do some work. And he was like, can you load all these mags for all these people that want to shoot? I was like, yeah, as long as I can be near a helicopter. Cool.
Right, as long as I can be near a helicopter and shoot, I am in.
I will do pretty much anything.
If Robyn and Juliana asked me to load magazines and be near a helicopter and shoot, I'm in too.
Right? See, it's like
girls.
It's not a bad day. I'll tell you right now.
Today was a good day.
That's right. Didn't even have to use my AK.
Didn't have
my AR.
Didn't have to. Didn't have to, but I did.
Yeah.
No.
So then, we chatted just like because we were both working. He was always fixing guns and cleaning guns.
Yeah.
And then like chatted a few times throughout the year. And then the next year, really started talking. And then, you know, the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah.
Then we had a super fun long distance relationship for 2 years because he lived in Texas and I live in Connecticut.
How? I want to ask. I know the answer, so I'm not going to ask. How do you get a guy moving from free America to Texas?
I know.
I know the answer.
Literally, everyone was like, "He's moving here. You're not moving there."
Right.
And I was like, "I know. It makes none of the sense. Like, it doesn't." He's just really a phenomenal human being, and my parents are here, and they're both pretty elderly, so
Gotcha.
gotta stay close by for that. But yeah,
makes sense.
he was nice enough to be like, okay. I mean, he didn't love the heat that came with Texas. Anyway, he's a Michigan boy originally. He's from Michigan.
Gotcha.
So
Just looking for an excuse.
I mean, I don't think he was like all about the oppression that happens here.
Right. You guys have.
He registered his truck and came back from DMV very angry at the cost that was associated with that.
Yeah.
I felt very bad. So I'm sorry.
What are you gonna do? Did he have to register his AR? That's the real question.
Well,
Which one cost more, registering his truck or his rifle?
I'm gonna go with registering his truck and his travel trailer because he has an enclosed trailer that he also has another truck in, like a project truck. So he towed it all up here and had to register it all, and it was like $1 zillion.
Which one hurt more, registering his rifle or his truck?
Definitely the guns hurt more on the inside.
Oh, was he able to bring any up? I mean, I know you guys have some funky laws. We have some funky laws in Massachusetts as well. And he was able to,
Yeah, there's some stuff, you know, there's some stuff that lives in Texas with some of our friends.
Gotcha.
It's not really.
Yeah, you guys can't even have pre-bans, can you?
He loves me that much. We can have pre-bans.
Pre-94s.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So I have 3 ARs on pre-bans. So.
How do you know they're pre-ban?
You gotta look up the number.
Right, you gotta look at the numbers.
You gotta check the numbers.
Gotta look at the numbers.
You gotta be check,
Very
check,
cool.
double check.
Very cool.
And then hope that what you checked is correct.
Hopefully.
The state, the company will tell you. They'll all tell you. I mean, they're like impossible to find now. And then other states caught on. They're like, hey, that state up there, they really need these old garbage
ones. I know.
and it's worth like $5, but we can sell it for like $2,000.
I don't know if you know Danny and Cheryl Todd.
I don't.
From Gun Freedom Radio.
Sounds amazing.
They're out of Arizona, and they have a gun store called AZ Firearms. And over the summer, they posted on their Facebook page. Oh man!
Wrong lane.
Nope, we're in the right lane.
Just cut people off. It's fine.
From Massachusetts, I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's right. Expect it.
Yes.
They'll be disappointed if you don't.
I know, right? So they posted some pre-94 high cap mags for $10. And I contacted them and I'm like, hey, I hate to do this, but I want to buy some of those because I want to sell them for more. because we can't have these in Massachusetts.
Hashtag profits.
So it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's nutty.
It is.
The whole magazine thing really.
It's nuts.
My poor husband, I mean, he really must love me a lot.
He must love you?
Because he's always like, I don't understand. Why? Why is that even a law?
Frigga.
Well,
Yeah.
You can't.
All right. 2021. What do you guys have coming up with a Girl and a Gun? How often do you meet here? We only have a few minutes left. How often do you guys meet here in Connecticut?
So
a Girl and a Gun
we are currently on a monthly gathering schedule.
Yeah.
That obviously was derailed for 2 months when I had no hand.
Right.
Because I literally couldn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Back on track. We just actually hosted a virtual meet and greet yesterday. Cool. Due to COVID, it's hard to gather in person. A lot of people aren't comfortable gathering in person. Yeah. But because of the current situation in the world, as you know, everyone and their mother is trying to get a gun permit right now, and everyone's trying to get a gun, and so we got very popular very quickly.
Yeah.
And
all right, we can't go that way.
it's fine. We'll just drive
go
into
this
the middle
way.
of the intersection.
I know. I'm trying to vamp here. Keep driving so we don't have to sit and park.
Yeah, so we did a little virtual meet and greet last night. Got some
Cool.
ladies on board that are excited. You know, there's a lot of I have people messaging. You know, people join I have an open Facebook group for that I let non-members in as well, just because how else would they find out about us, really?
How do you get them hooked? It's the first one for free.
Yeah, you gotta
right?
Exactly. So yeah, that was good, and we've got an event coming up in January, and we're kind of on like a once a month schedule right now, just because I have about 4 jobs myself because I live in Connecticut, so I need at least 4 jobs to be able to support
Pay
myself.
my taxes.
And I have expensive hobbies, which is unfortunate. So, but yeah, so that's about what we try to get together at least once a month.
Once a month for a Girl and a Gun stuff.
Yeah,
Even
and we
if it's online.
try to do like a bunch of different stuff. Sometimes we'll shoot at the range. Other times we'll maybe teach people about how to do IDPA type stuff. Competition type shooting, or moving and shooting, or gun cleaning night, or stop the bleed class.
Cool.
Give people a little taste of everything, because not everything is for everyone.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if you put enough stuff out there, everyone finds something they like.
Very cool. All right, let's wrap things up. How can people find you? How can they find Gabby Cannons and the Connecticut chapter of A Girl and a Gun?
So if you go to agirlandagunclub.com, and you go to the Connecticut chapter, it's Central Connecticut. It's the only Connecticut chapter.
It's a small state.
It's a small state. So like everywhere you go is an hour away, which also hilariously blows my husband's mind. He drive 8 hours and still be in Texas.
Drives 8 hours.
Like when he moved
Still in
here,
Texas.
he was literally driving for like a whole day. It was like, I'm still in Texas. I don't understand.
All right, how can we be in Maine in a day?
So, meanwhile here, you drive 3 hours, you can be in like 5 different states. So, yeah, and it's the only Connecticut chapter, and then if you click on that, it's got all of my contact information, how to reach me, GabbyGunsCT@gmail.com.
Gabby Guns CT. Okay, we'll put we'll put your email address on there. We'll put a link to a Girl and a Gun.
Come shoot with me. I'm a fun person.
She is a fun person. I had a great time. This is fun for me, man.
It's fun for me too. Now I got to go shopping in Cabela's.
Nice. I have a hard time shopping at the big box stores because
This guy, just for the record,
go ahead. Anti-gum.
he doesn't like pets.
I do not that I don't like pets. I don't have
Quote,
any pets.
I'm not a pet person.
I'm not
Quote,
a pet person.
I'm not a gum person.
I'm not a gum person.
Not gun. Gum.
I don't like cauliflower.
I'm not, what was the other one?
I don't like pickles. Screw you, Derek. I don't like pickles. Pickles are gross.
Pickles are the best food on the planet. Literally, sometimes I literally eat jars of pickles for dinner. That's not even a joke. You can ask. My husband's horrified by it because he also hates pickles.
Yeah, hello. Pickles are gross.
Not me. I love it. It's
All right,
great.
don't go anywhere yet.
Get me out of here.
I know, right? I am the stranger danger. All right, Walter White is he is the danger. I am the danger.
I am the danger.
Right. I'm not Walter White.
Very threatening individual.
Very threatening. My deal is this. I want to go with least threatening. I used to teach at a shooting school, and I'd say, there's big buff dudes and young guys and cops and military dudes and me. And I'm like, least threatening, most offensive. That's what I want to go for.
Oh, good. I like that.
Right?
I kind of want to steal it. Borrow?
Okay. All right, well, listen, we're going to put links for A Girl and a Gun. We're going to put links for Gabby Guns CT. We'll put your email address on there. We'll put links to A Girl and a Gun. We'll put links for all of that stuff. I want to make sure that you check out the SDRN.US, Self-Defense Radio Network. Is all your pro freedom podcasts in one place. If you would like to support the show, you can get a Riding Shotgun with Charlie patch. You can get a Riding Shotgun with Charlie sticker.
I'm only here for the stickers.
Thanks. Here, I thought you wanted to be friends, wanted to hang out, be on the show. She's just here for the stickers. You can get a Gungram sticker as well. You can find these at writingshotgunwithcharlie.com on the swag and merch page. And while you're there, you can also purchase a Riding Shotgun or a Gungram mug or t-shirt or a hoodie. I know.
A hoodie?
You can pick the colors of your shirts.
I have a serious hoodie addiction problem.
All right, so we're gonna talk hoodies off air because I'm gonna see what she likes to make sure we can find what the people would like, and sell it to them. That's what the biz people say.
Give the people what they want.
Right. So anyway, you can help support the show and get the Stagecoach across America. WritingShotgunWithCharlie.com. Thank you guys for watching the show. Appreciate you guys. I love that you guys watch the show. Please share it with all of your people. You can watch it on YouTube, on Gunstreamer, on the OpsLens app, and you can listen to it in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, and I think Spreaker as well. I don't know. There's other podcast places that take things. And as long as people listen, that is what I like. These are for y'all.
Yay!
I know.
It really is Christmas, guys.
It really was Christmas.
This is the best.
That's all right.
It really was Christmas because it's January.
It's January. It's the magic of TV. Anyway, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
This was great. So we've been planning this. We've been going back and forth since, I don't know, for 5 or 6 months.
It was pre me breaking my hand. That really put a dent in.
It did. It put a lot of dent in stuff. And then you moved.
I know.
But
I tried
Robyn,
to do a lot at once, like break my hand and then move.
Yeah, with all of
planning.
with all the COVID stuff. I was messaging Robyn, and she's like, I'm like, I don't know how far I'm going to be able to go to do shows. So she's like, I've got some people in Connecticut.
Here's this area.
Yeah, and so that's how she put us together.
That's awesome.
All right,
Robyn's the best.
All right, well, listen, we're done. We're out. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot.